Okay, hello guys, and welcome to the second episode of Ghost Stories. Obviously, we're all here. I hope
I
the
hope
Asian
so.
man the Asian man should actually be here for the entire episode, which is a positive.
Do you want me to explain where I went?
I don't think anyone's
No,
gonna
no,
care where you
maybe,
went.
maybe not.
No
No
one
one's
cares.
gonna
Oh.
care.
Maybe it should be a topic
Oh.
for another
Okay.
episode.
So,
Let's go
okay.
eat dinner.
So what's the topic for today?
Yep. So, today's topic is Beyond Light. We've had a bunch of news for it recently, and we all definitely thought it would. Thank you. We all definitely thought it would be a good topic to discuss. So, who wants to start us
All
off?
right. What are you guys' expectations, especially with like the new trailer showcasing all the stasis stuff? What are you guys' expectations for Beyond Light now?
Well, I know what mine is. I just don't want them to half-ass it, especially with the subclasses.
Yeah.
'cause they're finally giving us the darkness.
I mean, it was highly anticipated anyway. Like everyone wanted darkness subclasses.
Here's the
think
thing:
it's
every time they
super
every time they introduce a new subclass, even if the expansion sucks, just having new tools to play the game with that aren't just like, oh, new exotic
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah.
It's always,
Taking
it's
King
one
of
of the best
Forsaken, the
features.
two best, well, I think most people would agree the two best DLCs are the ones that introduce new subclasses. So
Exactly. We want
That's
new
true.
stuff to use.
maybe this is a trend.
Yeah.
Are we looking at the third best?
The third
I mean-
best. I mean, I hope so.
What would you call the third best?
Definitely not Shadowkeep, I think, because like
Rise of
Shadowkeep had
Iron.
a
My opinion.
Destiny 1 vanilla.
Destiny 1 Vanilla was the best
Vanilla.
DLC. I think honestly, I think Destiny 2 is the best DLC. It's a big expansion.
Honestly,
I think my favorite DLC
Yeah, when
is
people
the
called it
content
Destiny
drop.
1.5.
Yeah, I loved
I
it
mean,
when people
yeah,
called that.
it didn't really feel like a brand new game. I understood why people thought so.
What do you guys think about it in? What do you guys think about stasis in the Crucible? Because I was reading the comments for the reveal trailer of the new subclasses, and all I see
No.
is like this
No.
game's gonna be broken
No.
in Crucible.
No.
Well, I mean,
It looks.
Jay, would you
like
would you
it's
care
gonna
to
break
elaborate?
Do you know how annoying it'll be? Like, what if what if you can do it in Mayhem? Do you know how much crap it would be just freezing each other constantly? And Mayhem, Mayhem with stasis is possibly the worst thing I've ever thought of.
Oh my god, you're right.
Heard of the hit game Overwatch, like by a very
Oh,
underground.
hey,
people.
yeah.
Overwatch.
I don't know about you
Oh,
guys,
man,
but I only played Raid,
I'm
Shadow
definitely a top-
Legends.
I mean, I
Uh-huh.
was
Free
like,
on the App Store. Free on the
Okay,
App
so-
Store.
Did you guys see the B-roll footage that was on
Oh,
I think
yes.
Bungie's
No.
website?
No.
I saw it on
did?
Instagram.
Okay,
It looks really cool.
Yeah, they showed the names of the Titan and the
Oh.
Hunter Super.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I guess
The names are
if
cool.
somebody doesn't
Yeah.
want to know,
Yeah, Ronan.
The names are cool.
as if you're not expecting this world. Yeah, seeing them in first person really made me realize, like, when you see them in the trailer, they all look different, but seeing them in the trailer, I realized, like, that Hunter Super looks an awful lot like Blade Barrage,
Yeah.
and that Titan looks an awful lot like Striker.
Nah.
Yeah.
No,
No.
Which leads me to
no,
the
no.
ultimate conspiracy.
I mean,
no,
I mean,
No,
I
okay,
feel like
Titan.
the Titan's
ultimate
obviously gonna be the
conspiracy.
same because it's just like Titan is just punching everything. Honestly,
Now they get
everything
freezing.
that Titan has just involves punching.
Impulse
but,
punching.
No, there's hammers.
But the
It's
Ice
different.
Blade Barrage, that's so
I mean,
almost identical.
It's
Which leads to the ultimate conspiracy of what if every subclass has a stasis variant? I know they're not gonna do that, but that would be cool.
Oh,
that would be
Development's
sick
very-
actually. I think like when I first saw the reveal trailer, the fact that you could just like throw ice grenades to like create platforms and freeze enemies.
Yeah.
I know that I know people who are gonna be like running that like back to the Crucible one, or
Yeah,
people
and
who are
those,
gonna
like-
be running that. It's gonna involve like a whole different like level of skill than just normal Crucible. It's gonna
Those
take like legit
suppression
like planning and
knives on the
stuff.
Hunter look so stupid.
The ones that bounce off the walls and stuff.
Yeah,
The
Oh
ones
my
that bounce off the
God.
walls. I mean, I know
Oh.
like like being able to like freeze your enemies. That's just gonna be like stupid. I
Yeah,
like that
coming
entire
from
part's
like
gonna be stupid.
playing Overwatch and seeing how obnoxious it is getting stunned every like 3 seconds, I
Or,
can
you know,
only
Yeah.
imagine
playing
how
in
something like
general.
that. Yeah,
It's-
because
Oh,
like imagine
God,
just playing
kill me already.
trials on one page and they see you, like through the window and they're like, "Hey, what's up?" And then you just like throw an ice grenade around the wall, and then just walk up to them. Like, what are you gonna do?
I mean, like,
Okay, I don't know what the Warlock one, the Shadebinder, doesn't that just like shoot things and freeze things in places? Isn't that what
have,
the
like,
entire super
wands.
is?
I'm not really
They
sure about the whole
have-
freezing thing. I don't know.
I don't
like,
know how it works.
It's
It's interesting. Okay, look, it's in because like the thing is the thing I've taken away from Beyond Light, Witch Queen and Lightfall, it's different from every other Destiny expansion in the sense of like mood, atmosphere,
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
and
they
like with
said
these
that
new supers, it's like
themselves.
we're stepping into it's like a transition of where we were, and now we're stepping into this new phase of Destiny,
Yeah, they
which
did
is
say
Right.
like the whole because Destiny 1 that phase was like, you know, new world, new beginnings and all that. Destiny 2 is about
Yeah.
loss and like the
Yeah.
until year 3.
Is this loss?
I feel like Beyond Light. I feel like Beyond Light is the real Destiny 2 because, like you said
Yeah.
before, Destiny 2 at launch it just felt like Destiny 1 just watered down a lot. That was my one huge gripe with Destiny 2 at launch.
do
I
you
think it was
guys?
Right.
down to like they wanted to make it a whole new engine, but now they are saying that they've always wanted it to be
Yeah.
like one.
Yeah, I feel like this is the
Yeah.
closest we're gonna get to Destiny 3, and I feel like this is where
Yeah.
it would start.
There have been leaks of Destiny
No, but
3,
but
it
like
won't be anytime soon.
Yeah, no.
yeah, like Bungie even said that they have like no actual intention of making Destiny 3 yet until they finish everything.
Yeah, especially
like,
since
I
they're making
feel
their
like
like
li-
Chinese mobile game.
Oh yeah, my favorite. I'm so excited for Matter. Matter.
Are they really making one? What is
I
that?
mean, they're
Yes,
Yes,
partnering
it's
with
called
like
Matter.
I don't who was it? It's not Tencent,
Some-
I don't think, but it's some like
Dude,
Chinese
Tencent
mobile
owns
game
I don't
so
know,
company.
many fucking.
Can't wait to have
I
my
don't
date
know
with
my
someone,
Chinese mobile
guys.
game companies.
Yeah.
You don't? Damn,
I
that's kind of a
can't believe
guess,
disappointment.
your
like-
disappointment.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like with Destiny 3, I don't see where they can go because like Lightfall, from what it sounds like the like all this
The
is
end
coming
game.
together.
Yeah, funny endgame.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's all
Yeah.
coming together.
Avengers Endgame moment. See, I don't see where they could take the story afterwards.
I think
Okay,
most
Exactly.
of the
here's
times
here's my
afterwards-
greatest fear for Beyond Light is that we don't get darkness enemies. Witch Queen, we don't get darkness
Oh,
enemies. We
yeah.
don't get anything until Lightfall.
That's
what
I
I'm
have
like,
a feeling we
that's-
won't get darkness yet because
That's
this
what I'm
one is
saying. Like they
Fallen
would have
based.
Yeah,
said
I feel
something
like-
by now.
I feel like
They
like
would've-
no,
even
because I hate to be that guy, but I don't think we're gonna get darkness enemies purely because in the lore right now the darkness isn't trying to attack us. They're trying to be our friend.
Yeah.
So
That's
there'd be
true.
no point in
Right.
them like attacking. Because Beyond Light, from what I can tell, it's Aramis. Obviously wielding stasis, so she's obviously stolen it. Like she's using a shard
yeah.
of the pyramid, so she's obviously stolen it. So I don't think technically they're enemies of the darkness, but it's not the pure form. It's like
That's
it's not the
what I'm
pure
saying.
form.
I feel like they're just gonna
darkness.
do another like Shadow Keep, like, oh, it's nightmares. It's like
Yeah.
taken
Oh,
or
God.
possessed.
Oh,
hives. It's like no one
God.
cares, bro.
Remember when Nightmare Hunts were meant to be the next big thing?
I
Remember
haven't-
when you
I
got
haven't
the
done a
18th
Nightmare
Hive
Hunt at all.
expansion when you're waiting for
I've
the
done
darkness?
one, and that was recent.
I haven't done one nightmare hunt.
hunts were like
I did it.
How?
aside from the one, those were just like
Horror.
mandatory.
Yeah. Like,
I guess like
Honestly, they could just make them strikes and nobody would complain because
That
people would
make
actually
it
play them.
better.
yeah.
That would make it so much
Yeah.
I
better.
think
put it in the strike playlist.
back
Like,
to
you know.
I forgot who said it before, but when they said that like where Beyond Light is where like Destiny 2 is really starting, I think like Bungie at the same time is sort of acknowledging that too, especially with like the content vault and all
Oh
that.
yeah, no.
Like they're just recycling all that content. Like, cause like that's
I-
what like
okay.
what people like when I first bought Destiny 2, like after playing it, I think the first thing I said to myself was I was like, wow, this was a $60 DLC that I legitimately paid for. and like
Yeah.
I really did feel like it didn't like
It felt
deserve
like a
to be its
downgrade.
own game. Yeah, it was like a huge
Yeah.
downgrade from the original. But now that like with all like this content vault and stuff coming out, I feel like this is where like Destiny 2 really will start. Like with the start of Beyond Light, like it's a new chapter. We're closing like the chapter which
Yeah,
we can I
they-
guess
they've
call
said that
Destiny
themselves.
1.5. We can call
Yeah.
we can call everything we can call everything
Oh.
pre Beyond Light Destiny 1.5. Everything after is Destiny 2.
I think the Destiny
Yeah.
content vault
Okay.
is
Destiny
a good
1
thing.
and 3/4.
My biggest the thing is I can't bring myself to be as hyped for Beyond Light as Shadowkeep, unfortunately, or Forsaken.
Yeah.
I don't. It just seems like with Beyond Light, there's so much baggage. Like they're vaulting a lot of strikes,
Yeah.
which isn't a good sign because as it is, strikes are not exactly
They're
in the
very
best
repetitive.
position. Yes.
Like they're vaulting like 7 strikes and 4 destinations and bringing
Yeah,
like 1 of each.
like,
Are
Yeah,
they
okay.
gonna
I mean-
do enough strikes to replace those?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
destinations, I'm fine with because
Yeah. we
they're
never
gonna
know.
come back at some point, just remastered, right? Like different locations or patrol zones. But with strikes, like as it is, like no one plays strikes for fun. Like Destiny
Yeah,
1,
No one
you
plays
play
the
you play
game for
strike.
fun.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my god. I
Yeah,
hop
that's
on
fair,
Destiny
though.
like every now and then just to look at my character and say, "Damn, that ammo looks good," and hop
You
off.
just get on to like keep up and not get left behind.
Yeah.
So that if you ever
Yeah.
decide to play for fun, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
mean, I don't.
Beyond Light. It's ambitious. That's all I'm gonna. It's ambitious what they're doing with it. They're adding a new
Here's-
subclass that's completely different from the other ones, and then they're vaulting a lot of content. So I hope what
And they're
they're doing
adding
is
the new element, like too.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
only a new
stasis,
subclass, but just a new element in general.
That's gonna mess with
Here's
a lot of
the
stuff.
thing. I know this is like this would be a huge thing, but I wish they would change Destiny from like the seasonal model or even like the expansion model.
Oh
I
my
wish they
God.
would just make
Yeah.
it like a yearly subscription thing. You just pay like, I don't know,
OnlyFans.
$60 at the start of the year, and it's just whatever happens. So if Bungie just decides, they wake up on a Tuesday and say, "Hey, let's bring back like Crota's End." It's not announced
very
ahead of time. You don't have like 3
Right.
months of trailers looking forward to. It's just, oh, here's a surprise.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
hey,
I
That's-
feel
the
like-
pyramids showed up at the tower. It's a surprise. Instead of saying,
Oh,
That's
no,
actually a
the
good
pyramid
roadmap
at the
ahead
That's a
of
good
tower.
time.
idea.
People would get
that's
so
actually a
excited
great
over like
idea.
small things rather than looking at the map and being like, oh, Solstice
there.
Heroes again.
No, I mean that's like
They would
the,
just
that's
log
the
on.
same. I think Bungie actually they did try doing that. I think with the season of arrivals, because like this time they didn't give us a roadmap at all.
They
That's-
did.
So that
They
people
gave us a
didn't
They
have-
roadmap
did.
like when it
They
launched.
did?
Even,
Yeah.
They didn't
Oh, they
did?
before it became
Oh,
I wish they
man.
did.
Yeah.
Because I
And
did
so-
not see a roadmap at all. But I
They
feel like if
didn't
they would
until
do that
the
for
thing came
Beyond
out.
Light,
I can't hear you, Mr. Taxation.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying
That's
that
much better.
they didn't release it until like the thing released,
until
which I
launch,
really
no.
liked. They didn't tell us
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
about the
that's
DLC.
I mean, I didn't even see it at launch. I was just here assuming that they just never put one out. I was no, because like, and I actually like that because like I had no idea what the season had in store
Yeah.
for me. I
You
had
go
like
in
nothing
blind,
like
yeah.
to look forward to, really.
Maybe we shouldn't have told him that there was a roadmap.
Yeah,
Well, just don't look
maybe.
at it.
I feel like I mean, even if I look at it, I feel like there's probably not going to be that much for me to like look at in general. Because this
I mean,
season's
there
kind of
isn't.
empty. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
gotta agree with
fun.
you.
It's definitely
it's
a
an
change from
upgrade.
last season. Because last season was like
so
boring.
so
Hey,
much
remember-
better than last season, dude.
Remember when Bungie
It's-
said this is gonna be a time like no other in Destiny?
time. No other.
Yes.
You're not
You know,
gonna
I
want
was,
this
I was,
season
I
11.
was like genuinely wishing that like no one did anything during that entire season, so that just maybe the tower would be destroyed. And I would have gone like, okay,
Oh,
cool.
Please. I really want to go back to the old tower, but I guess we can't.
The thing I loved about the old tower
It's
was
been a year since 0 Hour. You'd think they'd figure something out.
You'd
Yeah,
think
you
that there'd be
think
somewhere
that
for
they
us.
could just go back and just start like rebuilding, but I guess not.
They've been
it's the one
rebuilding
that is-
since since vanilla Destiny 2, and they're still fixing it.
I think we're
in-game.
too far gone to bring back the old tower. Like,
I
Yeah.
think they must have Sweeperbot in charge because you know how long he's been working at it.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
I think
They
No,
need
but like
more
if
than
you
one sweeper bot.
in Destiny 2, if you look up at the old tower, you can see welding going on, and that's been there since vanilla. Like, if you think about it, in game, they've just been
They've
fixing
been
the tower
welding
for
that same
almost
spot for 4
3
years.
Honestly, man, I
Four.
just think I think they've just moved on. I think they're done welding.
Yeah.
and then you look at like
They need to just
Ikora
weld
and
the
you see
Traveler
that
back together.
she
Oh
builds
my
like
god!
the
Don't even bring
portal.
up Ikora.
You know when
Alright.
Season of the Undying, when we had that like little, like she was building
Oh,
like a
yeah.
portal.
Yeah.
That took
Yeah,
that
that
was cool because it was like every day like you checked in, like a little bit of
It
progress
was
was made.
disappointing in the end.
It was
It was
disappointing, but
cool
I
'cause
so
we
liked
were
it.
disappointing.
with
Well,
Vex
obviously.
and the tower.
It just made me
I
feel
found it
more
quite cool.
immersed.
Oh,
I mean, wait, they didn't. I just hope that like on launch of what's it called, of Beyond Light, they don't do the same thing
Oh.
they did with Shadowkeep and put like the Season of the Undying and Shadowkeep in like the same thing. Because a
Yeah,
lot of
I
people
hate
got
that.
doubled up. I
I
hated that.
hated
It was
that.
so stupid. Like I understand, like even if you got it for free just because you bought Shadowkeep, it's like no one wants that. No one really like wants to focus on two things at
felt like
once.
They put like 2 films or something together, but in
Yeah.
the same film, like a subplot.
It just
but
it
the
didn't
subplot
feel
becomes the
like it
main
was
plot.
two like contradicting things. Like okay, do I want to worry about Vex right now or do I want to worry about what's happening on the moon? Like,
and
I just-
nobody could
Okay,
get a
here's the
feel for
thing.
what the seasons were like because it was like, oh, well, it's with Shadowkeep, so if it sucks, you can excuse it. But,
And then I
no.
guess Season
Yeah.
of Dawn, Season of the Dawn was a step up from that. But like I
sadly
just
didn't play.
I'm like
I
no, no.
I feel
I-
like, hear me out. I feel like Season of Undying and Season of Dawn could have just been one season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not
easily.
gonna
it
lie.
was really lacking
I'm not gonna
content.
lie. Oh shit. Season of Dawn was cool because of the story and bringing back Saint 14, but Season of Undying just felt like an extended prologue.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
it felt
just-
like
exactly
to
what
me.
it is.
I guess. But like I'm just
Like,
hoping that they don't make that mistake again. Like at the launch of Beyond Light, I just hope that doesn't happen.
They
Like,
hopefully
I-
won't. Bungie have
I
been
hope.
The
missing it, I feel
seasonal,
like.
the seasonal model they have right now, it barely works as it is. So I hope that they've at least rethought of what they're gonna do for Beyond Light.
I mean, I don't know. They like
They said they
'cause I
wanted to go
know.
back to like Forsaken or year two, year
Yeah.
two, yeah.
Forsaken was
I
my
mean,
favorite.
Forsaken,
Oh,
yeah, but
Forsaken?
like that was
Forsaken
that worked.
seasons? Oh, those
The
are
Forsaken
so good.
seasons, they worked.
so
like
good.
That
they
was
actually
the
had
best
like stuff
kind.
to look forward to, good
Yeah.
content and all that. Except for Season of the Drift.
Black
but we won't talk
Armory
about
was
that
my
one.
favorite.
Black
Mhm.
Armory was good. I
Opulence
mean, I
and
don't know.
Money.
Oh,
Because
that's
I
my
know-
favorite.
Cause I know for like the pre-order screen for like Beyond Light Deluxe Edition, it said like plus 4 seasons. I don't know how they're gonna fit 4 seasons
Yeah.
into the thing without like adding one season along with Beyond Light,
I have
which
a
I'm
feeling
kind of scared at that
I-
part.
Yeah. And also the fact that because it's delayed as well, how's
Right.
the timing's gonna work?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I fucking hate Black Armory. I,
Okay.
you know, I,
It's not about
I,
Black
have,
someone,
I have done
someone needs to
52
leave.
Scourge of the Past completions, and I have gotten
Oh, okay.
not
I-
one
I've done
Anarchy.
that.
Never mind. Okay, I understand.
Oh, I got
Oh,
Anarchy
thought-
yesterday.
oh. Speaking of Scourge of the Past, oh my god, I want to know what this new raid's gonna be. I literally
Oh
can't
my
wait.
god,
We haven't
please.
gotten a new. We
Oh.
haven't gotten a new raid in a whole year. Not a
If,
single
if
new
it's
raid.
like if it's
What?
like Garden of
So
Salvation, it's gonna be good. I really hope it's
And
good.
I
we're
mean,
also
the
gonna
Garden
get
of Salvation
Gold
is
Mask, so
great,
that's
even
2
though-
raids.
Boys, it's Deepstone Crypt. If they frick this, if they fuck it up somehow, I swear to God, I'm gonna be so
I'm
pissed.
gonna lose
Dude,
some
It's
come
Deep
on,
fight.
we're
Stone
not
Crypt,
gonna
you
get
cannot
monetized.
screw this
Dude,
up.
we're gonna get demonetized.
Bro, I left the swears in.
I like how
man.
you said frick and then
You're
like
right.
corrected yourself.
No, I mean, like, I
I
don't know,
realized how stupid it sounded.
cause like I don't know, like this entire year, like as after Garden of Salvation, I was just the only thing I was really looking forward to with each of the new seasons is like a new raid, something on a raid. Like I just wanted something.
Dude,
Like,
I
say-
only
I mean,
played
like,
this game
like,
because of the
like,
raid.
Don't get
because
me
of raids.
wrong. don't get me wrong. Like the dungeon was good. Like the prophecy dungeon this
Oh,
season,
that-
even though
that
it
was-
took us like
dungeons
3
are
weeks to
probably the
complete.
Dungeons?
Like dungeons are great. They're mini raids. They're great. I mean, I would love more of that. But we only got like in that entire year, year 3 Shadowkeep, we got one raid, one dungeon. Actually, two dungeons. Two dungeons.
dungeons.
But like,
One at the
is
very
that
start, one
it?
at the
Like
very
I.
end.
I would have
Oh,
loved
God.
to at least have a raid for like Season of the Almighty. I don't know. That would kind of be weird. I don't know how
Like
they
you're
would fit
like
it in.
you're on the
I
Almighty.
don't
That'd
know.
be sick.
Oh,
That would
the
be
perfect raid.
And it
It would be
ties in
really
with the
sick.
with the
You-
live
you
event.
It would be
Can't-
pretty.
Unless
can't
something
be on the
happens like
Almighty
last
now.
minute this season.
I mean, but like, I understand. At the same time, I understand why they didn't put any raids, because all like the seasonal stuff disappears at the end of the season. But that would also be a
Yeah.
pretty cool thing, like limited time, like raid stuff.
But
You know?
no, my
I
phone.
think that's what dungeons are for. Though. I think that's what dungeons
Right.
are for, though.
Unless they
Because-
have something like last minute this season, we also didn't get any like secret time missions like Whisper and Zero Hour. Those are so
Yeah.
cool.
Those were the nicest parts as well. Good. Just the little things like that were what made the like seasons before so good.
For me, at
Mhm.
least.
And
it's-
those were
it's
both
the raids
secrets. So,
that
I mean, if they do something like that,
It was
this
definitely the raids.
it's the raids that make
I
you
just-
come back. Like, 'cause, I mean, there's a reason why
Nice,
hardly
like,
anyone played during Season of the Dawn. Like, what did it bring? All it did was bring
Like-
another like what was the menagerie like game mode
Sundial.
and
There was
like
the sundial.
the
Yeah, that
sundial.
was boring. I mean, I'm glad they like steered away from just. I think they learned their lesson on like menagerie style game modes.
No,
like
they just
no,
went
like
to public events.
yeah, they I mean, but, like
Oh,
that's
I
the thing,
love
like
public
contact.
events.
We're back
like,
in year one.
Okay, I mean, public events are all right. I guess the
Don't
Season of
say
the
that.
Almighty public event was it was a good idea. It was just really boring for me. I couldn't do it.
Ridiculously.
The Season of the
difficult.
Almighty
I
one.
played
Contact is
4
pretty
in a
fun.
row, and I wanted to kill myself. It was so boring.
It went from
Okay.
ridiculously easy to ridiculously hard, and then back to ridiculously easy.
Okay,
I
but
never
like
got the easy part, though.
contact is pretty fun.
I haven't
I'm
played
not
that.
gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I don't know.
I haven't done the public
What
event.
do you
so
mean you
fun.
haven't
What
played
you're
it?
missing
No,
out.
no, no. I've
You're
only
missing out. It's so much fun.
I've only done the mandatory one you have to do after the mission for like the,
Wanker.
I'm playing
Wanker.
it right now.
It's literally the best public event out there. It's like the only good public
Honestly,
event right
it's yeah, pretty much.
I like
It's
it
the
'cause
only
Blue
public
Rose
event, like-
can't fail it.
so really you're
Just
telling me to
kidding.
play it.
now. It's a win-win. It's you win
I
either
mean,
way.
I only come back to Destiny because of the raids. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna come back to
Oh,
Destiny because they
you're one
brought
of
back
them.
Menagerie.
Yeah,
as,
you're
like,
one of them.
wow.
Like,
you're
I
gonna,
think-
you're gonna call out a Riven's ban, are you?
I think like, well, like yeah, back to like actually like all the raids and stuff. We didn't get anything. We didn't get anything that like would make you want to like grind to do it. Like, I think the only thing that
I
made me
got was
grind this
Prophecy.
season. Yeah, the only thing that made me grind this season was that I could do prophecy only to do it once and agree to do it same time next week, but that never happened.
Oh
Don't talk to
yeah.
me about that.
Same time next week.
I hated that. I hated
Like,
prophecy. No,
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
visually
still-
cool. The hobgoblins. No.
I hate the
no,
whole
but like,
problem. I
but
love
it
them.
still kept you like coming back. It's an activity that stayed, that like something you grinded for. Like you didn't get that in like Season of the Dawn and stuff. You got that in Shadowkeep and this season because there was an end game activity to work towards.
I can't relate. I'm
And
1020.
that- I mean,
I'm 1023.
but like that's something I'm
Disgusting.
like just genuinely looking forward to. Just like I just want to raid. I just want to raid. That's it.
I have a
Like,
lot
I'm
of
not- I'm not
like,
asking for much.
anticipation for the Deepstone Crypt. I really don't want them to fuck it up. Like,
I feel
Yeah.
like
They
I feel
better
like
not.
they have had so much time to work on it, like story wise. So I feel like they will hopefully do it some justice.
Yeah.
are they removing any of the raids because of the Destiny content vault?
Leviathan
They're
and
removing
Scourge.
Leviathan and Scourge. I don't know why they're removing Scourge. I don't
don't
see
know
that
either,
much of a
'cause
reason
Scourge is
to
on
remove
Earth,
Scourge.
and Scourge
It's
isn't
probably
a
to
big
make up space
raid.
for the Cosmodrome.
Yeah, they're
It's
removing
going to make up-
5 raids and adding 1. Well, maybe I guess 2 with Delta Glass, but
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
I mean,
I
yeah,
feel
Volta
like-
Glass is coming. 2021, right?
I feel like
Yeah.
Scourge is being scrapped just to make room for the Cosmodrome.
it's being
probably-
scrapped just because Crown is being scrapped too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Crown.
think so, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think anyone likes
Hey,
doing
guys,
Tyrannosaurus
I mean,
though.
It's not a
I
fun one,
think
but it's
honestly,
still
like,
I
Yeah.
still haven't
yeah,
done it.
I don't know. I did it for the ring, for the raid ring,
Oh
and
yeah,
like
how did that
it
go?
was actually fun. I really enjoyed it. Like
I enjoyed
it
with
was
my
like
clan.
I did like an LFG, and like usually people don't like it just cause like the fact that if you're going for an LFG, it's probably like the worst idea. Like I landed a
Oh,
good LFG. I
don't-
like genuinely, it was pretty fun. Like it's not a bad raid. It's just that like lack of communication could make it like really terrible.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I did one clear, got the Tarba, and never touched the raid again.
Wait, what?
Okay.
I ain't gonna
okay.
lie, bro.
I'd be lying if I said that I would do it after I got Terava, and I still haven't gotten Terava. I think I'm just gonna rely on an
Bruh.
exotic
The
sniper.
entire raid mechanic is fucking hot potato. You pass something on
Pretty
to the other
much.
person. Hey,
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
at least it's more unique than Wrath of the Machine. Literally, the entire raid is throw ball, boss, me monkey,
balls.
damage face.
Oh, my
like,
favorite mechanic. My
stopped
favorite
playing
mechanic.
throwing
My
balls.
favorite
I
mechanics.
still haven't actually done Wrath of the Machine. It's the only raid I haven't done. And
It's
then
such a
recently,
fun
we
raid,
can
but
do
it's
it.
so
I'm
boring
Honestly,
because
I
You
do
can do it.
you fellas have
I
D1.
I've done it
honestly
once.
during the final phase of the boss fight, and they always finish.
I
it with
am
a
not
kill.
installing D1 again. I
Have
am
you guys
not
played
installing
Destiny
D1
1?
again.
It's a pretty good game, guys.
Do you guys want to play Destiny 1 without Jay? We don't need him.
No.
We
Please
don't need
do.
him.
No.
Guys, some random guy just
No.
joined my team.
Who joined your fight
What?
team?
Some guy called Pandius or something.
Yes.
I'm just playing a compact event for the Solstice game whilst we're doing this.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I told you guys. I had I had a dream about Destiny the other night.
Ooh,
Wait,
okay.
what?
Oh,
thank you.
wow.
Was it about
I
Beyond
know,
Light?
I'm a gamer.
Was it about Beyond Light?
What
I
is it
don't
about,
think
Beyond
so.
Light?
Were
but
we
it,
in it?
it was just something that I was like, wow, that'd
Was
be
it-
really cool if it was in the game.
Oh yeah.
It
What
was,
was
so like the tower was first person like everywhere else in the game,
Oh,
and just
Oh.
every once in a while there was a chance that like some enemy faction like ships would like attack the tower, and then you and like whoever was there would just have to like fight off some cabal or fallen. And it was just
Yeah,
like a little
that's
event, but
actually-
it was like that would be cool.
have you by
That's
any
not a
chance
bad
played the
concept,
first
but,
mission
like-
in Destiny 1's campaign?
I have in
By any
fact played
chance,
that
have
mission
you touched
before.
I'm just gonna say, what you just said just sounded like a mobile game to me.
Honestly,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That do be sounding like the first mission in the
Classic fun,
campaign.
but it's just like
Dude, I'm not
you
gonna
get to
lie.
see all
That
the
does.
dudes like the Vanguard and like the frames and the soldier who stands by the ball and, like never moves.
Oh, what do you mean? He's a valuable
Harris's
asset.
ball.
I don't know, man. This
Ball
sounds like
man.
This kind of sounds like Sin's Raid Heroes Light. I might be
Since
wrong,
Raid
though.
Heroes
Oh, yeah,
Light?
my
Oh, you mean our
favorite
great
game.
Discord?
My,
Whoa.
I mean, my favorite. Oh man, I'm a huge fan.
Link
of
in the
Sims Raid
description,
Heroes of Light,
guys.
my
Come
favorite
join.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm being sponsored.
Alright,
Join Sims
alright.
Raid Heroes Light.
No one's
Or
gonna
whatever
join our
we
clan.
changed the
No
name
one's,
to in
no one's
2
gonna
weeks.
join our clan. No
Bet.
one's gonna join our.
Alright, bet. You're
I'm
gonna see
sorry.
people joining the
Don't.
Discord instead. Link in the description.
Yo,
I
let's
mean-
link the Discord
Stop,
in the
stop.
comments.
I am linking the
Okay,
Discord.
Yeah, let's.
Description.
Yeah. Like, wait, how
Alright.
many people are in the clan? Hold on, I'm gonna check how many people are in the clan.
We say this as if the only people watching this aren't already in our Discord.
Nah,
Join it
that's
again.
fine.
Leave and join back.
Dog,
Make a second account.
You make a new Discord.
I mean, I don't know how long we've been recording, but I swear we make like a half-hour threshold,
It's
and
been
like
like
we pass
almost
it every
30
single
minutes.
time. Really? It's been almost.
Yeah.
I thought it's been like 40. It
No,
felt like 40.
we started at like almost
There's
8.
there's 73 people in the clan, and I shit you not, 60% of them are inactive.
Whoa,
Yay, I'm
big
leaving
surprise,
the clan.
guys. Should we get back on track to
Yeah,
be online
Yes,
Destiny content
please.
as well? Unless we
Final
want to talk about
thoughts.
anything more.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Oh,
We'll go around
Final
and we'll
thoughts,
just
I
say our
guess.
final thoughts about both concepts, both
okay.
topics.
Let's
So
start with
yeah, Jay, you go first.
Destiny.Wav.
Oh.
oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
no,
not
let's-
Jay go up.
Gabe
Jay, you
goes
don't count.
first. No, Gabe goes first.
He's more important.
You heard
Yeah.
him.
Oh yeah, man. But man, I just don't ever put the Destiny.Wav guy on the show. Trust me, guys.
We'll get Moira on instead. We'll replace you.
So my thoughts
Whoa.
beyond light, I personally, whilst it's exciting and all, I haven't felt hype since the initial like announcement. Like everything's cool and all, but I don't know. It just doesn't bring me in like Forsaken did or even Shadowkeep did.
True.
What is making me excited is the content vault. I'm really happy to see the Costume Return come back, Vault of Glass, because that was my favorite raid. And I'm excited to see more of the mechanic stuff instead of the actual new DLC stuff. Like if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah, I understand.
Jay, would you like to go next?
It's me. Okay.
Any day.
Beyond Light, not as excited as I hoped I would be. I do find Stasis interesting. I just don't know how I feel about it being in Crucible because it's just freeze
They'll
tag
probably
all over.
balance it,
Like it's just
knowing
freeze tag.
Bungie's track record.
Laser
Hopefully,
tag all over again.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just gonna be Prometheus lens, except just all like ice grenades.
I think I loved the Prometheus lens thing. Fun things like
The
that.
Prometheus
Okay.
lens meta was like amazing, honestly.
Laser
That was
tag.
so toxic.
The like 2-day meta.
2 days. No, the funniest part was it was
It
like
was
the
during-
weekend
it
that
was-
Curse
yeah.
of Osiris came out. The weekend, like Zero
Yeah.
was selling it, and that was the funniest part because
It
Zero was
was
selling
during
it.
trials, and when I went to LFG, everyone's like, need 2 full laser attack. And I was like, oh boy, I wonder what they want. And it's literally trials of the
Let's,
9, but with Prometheus.
Try
on.
to stay on topic.
Yes.
Right.
Aside from that, like DCV, that was I was pretty excited for that, like Gabe was. I just hope that with DCV they don't bring back too much stuff from Destiny 1, because I feel like Cosmodrome and Venus is fine as it is, but if they bring back like the old Mars, all that, I don't know how I feel about that.
I think if
It's best to keep some things in the past.
personally, I feel like if they do like make it new, they don't just recycle content completely like as it was. I
Yeah.
think I'll be okay with that if they actually make it work.
I don't know. Bungie knows how to make a trailer and get people excited, but ultimately, like, this could very easily just be another Shadowkeep, and we could just be getting ourselves hyped over nothing.
Yeah.
Cautiously
Right.
optimistic. I'm excited for new subclasses, even if the expansion sucks, just because new subclasses are always cool.
Yeah.
Correct.
I think Crucible is definitely gonna die for at least this. But
Like the
I'm-
week or two of.
I'm a little bit skeptical about the DCV because of just how much they're removing and how little they're replacing it with.
Yeah. It's
Like,
gotta
do you really
balance it
think they're
out.
gonna add? Do you really think they're gonna add 6 strike in
6
the next
D1
like year?
strikes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're just gonna add like D1 stuff and then make you buy it again.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anyway.
no, but they said like the DCV.
Yeah. I'm just worried about like content, moving new content and just
fair.
replacing it with old stuff.
which is very understandable.
Of course.
If they were to just make it just Destiny instead of Destiny 2,
Yeah,
just-
instead of like
just like merge
having,
both.
like-
I know everybody said that, but just merge both games. If you're bringing this much from Destiny 1 at this point, it might as well just be take
feel
whatever you
like-
want from both games and then
See, I don't think anyone would care if they're like, hey, no more. We're just gonna drop the 2. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone would care. No one would be like,
that would
what
make
is
people excited.
Destiny 2?
I feel like that's what they wanted to do, at least now, because of what they're
It feels
saying
like
about
that's
the
what they're trying to do,
ever-evolving
and
game.
they don't want to push it. They don't want to take that last step.
I think it's mostly due to the
Mhm.
like technological limitations, because of course storage space is a thing, and that's why they're doing the whole
Oh, yeah.
evolving thing.
100 gigabytes. 100 gigabytes
hun-
to
Dude,
Destiny
that's
2.
I mean,
is
we're
nothing
not-
compared to
I mean-
Modern Warfare.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
and we're not talking
Modern
about like
Warfare.
Modern Warfare's 200 gigabyte game.
Wait, what?
Not Destiny.
Even they recommend like
no,
deleting
no, no,
stuff.
no. I think like before like the latest Modern Warfare update, like before they said that they're just gonna like start removing like content, it was gonna be like 230 something gigabytes
Jesus
from like
Christ.
actual like
Christ.
leaks. From like leaks and stuff, it showed that it was gonna be like 230 something gigabytes. Then
God
they just started
damn.
removing stuff.
That's
Um,
ridiculous. That's literally every game on your console just gone because
yeah,
you
I
have to
can.
make up space for one game. That's
The
so
real battle
stupid.
royale.
Okay, well, um,
Soap, did
alright,
you
let
do your
me.
thoughts? Or
It's
No.
on.
most
It's on
if
Yeah,
to.
I didn't.
Yeah, it's on to most of.
Alright.
Most.
So I guess. Alright, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just gonna share how Destiny, like this Beyond Light, is making me feel the same way Cyberpunk is. Like at first when I heard like Cyberpunk was coming out, I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then I started seeing trailers. I started getting like more into it. And then there's like the whole like legit like all they just started dropping like all these news and snippets, and I was like, okay, like I just like started gradually like feeling less excited for the game. Like, and they just kept delaying it too. So like I'm at like the point where like I'm probably not even gonna buy that game. But I know for Destiny it's different. But like I'm kind of getting the same vibes from it. Like okay, I'm feeling sort of less and less excited as it's getting nearer and nearer to the launch date.
Hmm.
And like but
Yeah.
I at the same time I'm sort of excited for what like all the changes that Bungie's actually doing. Cause like it was from I think like the first Beyond Light reveal trailer when they were like revealing everything they were doing. I'm like, wow, that's like genuinely cool. Like Bungie's taking like a legit step up, and they're making like better stuff now. So I
Yeah.
think that's what really has me excited, cause I know they have like the passion and determination to like fuel the game, and they're doing it. They really are doing it, and and like I'm excited, but at the same time, it's like what Grant said. He's some like sort of skeptical about it, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
No, that is understandable considering like the last year.
Right. Like this last year was kind of a letdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
So then I think.
I guess it's on to me now. So firstly, I think Stasis is really unique and cool, but I'm really worried to see.
cool.
I know.
Cool.
I'm really worried to
it.
see
Hey, that's my joke.
whether or not it's a
You didn't make
subclass
it.
that should. How do I say this? I want to know if it's a subclass that I should be using in raids, because like, I mean, it like
doesn't look great on.
it doesn't seem like it's gonna be an endgame subclass that you're gonna constantly use. It seems like something you're only gonna use in like
Just-
strikes or the EDZ.
Just ice grenade the boss, idiot.
Oh, one more thing.
Just freeze it, lol.
If you don't mind me interrupting.
Of course.
Here's the thing. It's like the Titan soup or whatever. It
Yeah.
freezes people, but like look at Fist of Havoc. It just kills.
Yeah.
Do you really want to freeze somebody and
And then run back.
run around and start shooting them, or just like throw an incendiary grenade and just kill them immediately?
It's a cool
Right.
concept, but it takes
It's-
too long to execute it. Whereas you can just use
We'll
Fist of
see
Havoc.
how
Yeah.
it turns out in
'cause
the game.
It'll
But
probably be more thought out than that, but
I'm sure.
from what it looks like, it's
They can always
But
balance
this
it.
is all about first impressions.
Yeah.
First impression.
Anyway,
Next
go on.
week.
At
we do
least,
find out
at least if
that,
they nerf something in PvP, like in terms of the subclass, please do not nerf it in PvE. We do not, us PvEers do not want to suffer your dumbass
Yeah.
PvP nerfs.
God,
Please,
imagine,
Bungie,
imagine
don't do
The
it.
way you said PvEers was so Australian.
TV ears.
I can't be any less Australian. I need to.
change your nationality. Okay.
Hey man.
I will. I'll be American next time.
Good, good.
I don't know.
I'll be
I
Australian
mean-
as well.
I'll be British.
Tell me. Can I be Welsh? Wait,
Oh,
I want
no.
to be British.
You can be New Zealandish.
New
New
Zealandish?
Zealander.
But I think Europa is
It's
gonna be a
not a
really
real country.
cool. I think Europa is gonna be a really cool destination, but at the same time,
Europe.
yes, just Europe.
you.
We
Europe,
definitely haven't
but
been
with
there
an
before.
A.
But in the at the same time, we haven't actually gotten like a big destination as a DLC at all. We got the Dreadnought, but we haven't got like an actual planet before.
The
Like,
Dreadnought was definitely one of my
We got the
favorite.
moon.
we got
Dread-
Mars.
I think the
Yeah,
moon was
Dreadnought.
big.
Okay,
The moon was
Dreaming
big.
City and Tangled Shore in one expansion was pretty cool.
that was really
kinda
good.
Cool, but
That was sick. Please do
was
that again.
really cool at the time.
Well,
I
they
would,
technically are.
honestly.
They technically are doing that. Cosmodrome and
Yeah, but it's
Europa.
It's the
I hope
Destiny
they
one.
This
They're,
is the
they're,
field
they're
station
not going to
doesn't
add
go.
anything to the
But
Cosmodrome,
the
are they?
Dreaming City was kind of like a surprise because they announced it,
No.
but they didn't really explain it too well until like they said it was going to rotate and stuff. But they
Yeah,
didn't.
I really like that they did that. They didn't make a big deal about it. Like, oh yeah, by the way, Cosmodrome's coming back. They're not making it a big selling.
I kind of think it was a letdown because in the trailer they said that it's going to be consistently changing, and I mean it kind of was, but it was on a 3-week loop. I mean, that's not really consistently
It was
changing.
misleading.
I mean, still, that's
Yeah.
pretty sick.
consistent.
It's
It
pretty
was
sick.
really
It's
cool.
pretty sick. You gotta
Yeah,
like for the first 3 weeks.
For
but
the
then
first
after
3
that,
weeks,
just be like,
yeah.
"Hey."
After
and then
that,
when
it
like
I was
yeah,
expecting-
after the raid, and then like they unleashed the curse. That was sick, but it was
Yeah.
just a
That
3-week
was the
period.
best part of Forsaken.
Yeah.
I think
I think that was probably the peak.
in terms of
But,
expansions, though, my favorite expansion would have been the Dreadnought, and the reason is when I last played Destiny 1, like probably a good year or so ago now, like just revisiting it for
Fake
fun,
fan.
I found new stuff in the Dreadnought, like just by like taking a closer look and all that stuff.
Like the calcified fragments, like all the little
Yeah.
like
Oh no.
Dude, I hated getting the touch of malice because you needed to get 45 calcified fragments.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did it, and I never
Toxic.
even used
It
it.
was
in the raid.
so annoying getting.
Didn't they bring those back for Ruinous Effigy? Yeah,
Yeah.
Ruinous Effigy. Didn't they bring those back
Pretty
for the
much.
quest?
What is that? The LMG?
Sick.
What is that?
There weren't as
No,
many, but yeah,
no.
you did.
The
have to.
trace
I
rifle.
genuinely don't know what the ruinous effigy is.
It's really
The
good.
But I
trace
think
rifle.
like
Oh, that
I
was...
think like that's something else that I want to see coming back. Just more on like explorable places or
Yeah.
collectibles in the actual environments. Like I like what they did when they introduced Mars for the first time to get like World Line Zero. You had to
Yeah.
shoot the things, like things
Hmm.
like that, little things in destinations like that.
You know, I have an idea for a topic at some future episode. Would be like exotic quests,
Yeah.
and maybe
Oh,
that's
Okay,
missions
yeah,
with that.
cool.
Oh.
But like,
Oh,
Done.
I've got some things to say on
tune
that.
in next week to.
Proper.
I think we overlooked one thing.
And what's that?
The fact that they're finally addressing the Exo Stranger after all this time.
Yeah, I wanted to
I
mention
think
that.
we forgot to mention that. We forgot to
Do
mention
we
that.
want to
Really
mention that
did.
real
Cool,
quick?
I guess.
Yeah, we have time.
No, I think we're fine.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, I guess. Those
I
are my
think we're
thoughts.
fine.
I mean, like they kind of brushed her off as like some side character.
and
like,
then people
you
were
know,
saying
oh,
that
you
it
met her
was
once,
right
cool.
now.
Mm.
Remember when people said that like she was no longer going to be canon and stuff?
That
Oh,
was weird.
When was that?
Like I think it was early D2. They were saying that they were just going to cut Drinker like from the lore, but instead
Bruh.
no, they actually
They did a lot of cutting with like Rise of Iron.
Yeah.
Oh
absolutely.
god. The one thing I hate about anything is just cut content. Like it could have been
Mm.
so much better.
Honestly, I love cut content. Then when you actually go to when you see the cut content, it's really interesting to see what could have been.
Yeah.
God. I hate
Yeah.
seeing it because it just makes me think, oh, this could be so much better.
Like
Yeah.
have you
I-
guys
I
seen all
feel-
the old concepts for Destiny 1? Like that was
Yeah.
it was
Yes.
so
Oh
different
my
to how they
God.
really did it. It
They
was
had a furry race. That's how fantasy it was back in the concept. Like
we need a new race.
on the drawing board.
We need
I
a new race, honestly.
really want a fallen race.
I want to be
Okay,
Aramis or
Please.
like Titan.
I know what you're thinking.
I know what you're thinking.
Don't
I
say
hate
it.
the
Don't
dude
say
from
it.
0 Hour. What was his name again? I don't even remember him. He's kind of like
Mithrax.
Mithrax.
I thought it was like
Mithrax.
Miramax, but no, it's Mithrax. I believe this is the ending of the second episode of Ghost Stories. I mean, Obamacare podcast. I mean, Ghost Stories, right?
I mean,
Right?
shit,
We
man.
might
I
have
don't know
to
what it's
change the
called. I don't know what it's
The
called.
name
anymore.
is
Still a
Podcast
working
is the
title.
next official name.
So if we
How
say
about
The
Ghost Stories
name is
podcast,
subject to change.
Yeah.
Monk Rock is still an option.
So
Everything is subject to change.
Monkey Island is our
Guardian
next podcast
Lunchbox is
name.
still an option.
Stop.
But
Lunch
yeah,
Club.
Guardian
If,
Lunchbox
you know,
is still an option.
if we say
I'm
Ghost
just
Stories
saying.
podcast and the name is something different, we probably had lawsuit problems. But anyway,
Oh,
Don't worry.
I do like Monk Rock.
If
though.
the name
Monk Rock is
changes
pretty
the
cool.
next few episodes,
I like Monk Rock. I'm just saying. It's a good name.
We're not naming it Monk Rock.
Hey, Soap.
Okay,
Hey,
we
Soap.
just
Can
end
you
this,
like,
please?
Soap? Can you put a picture of Monk Rock here?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
same time next week.
Same time next week, guys.
Honestly,
Same time next week.
Yeah, okay.
Same time next
Okay,
week.
okay. 7 o'clock my time next week for sure.
What's your time, bro?
Okay.
I'll
What's
make
7 p.m.
sure.
in Mexican? Mexico.
My
I'll
time
make
is
sure.
2.
It's like
I'll
1
make
o'clock.
sure I don't have to eat every single goddamn time we try to do a podcast. This happened last week too.
My time
Just
is
eat
2
and
a.m.
record, Lamau. God, can't be
If you
that
see
hard.
him mute his mic in the next one,
I
you already know what
try.
happened.
I really thought our outro was just Megalovania.